It's the Spooky Empire fan thingy show with people talking about the convention, and it's lovely.
Live theme music. That's how much we love you guys. Good evening! And yes, it is Thursday night, so you know what that means. You tuned in to hear us talk about bullshit. Disclaimer, this is not a family-friendly show. So if your kids are learning bad things from us, well, then that's your fault. You're a bad parent. And on top of that, we also want to A, subscribe, B, check out the playlist, and C, remember that we are not Spooky staff. Please do not sue Spooky or call Spooky complaining about shit that we say. We've been going long enough that we know what's going on, but we are not official Spooky Empire staff. For official info, spookyempire.com. And so tonight we have with us Boris. Boris has been gone for a while. He's been back to the old country, as you can see.
Hello.
And of course we've got Patty, fresh off the boat from Jacksonville.
Hey, how's it going out there, Internet?
Yeah, and we
glad to see you're still standing.
Yes, yes, our token sex symbol tonight, Harriett, who is also one of our old-time spooky kids.
Boobs and badge checking in.
Boobs and vads checking in. Absolutely. Okay. The first thing that we wanted to talk about tonight, let's see. Okay. There has been a question, and I've seen this on a few different places, as far as the pool parties. Now, first of all, we all know that Friday night is the Prince party, the tribute to Prince, where you're supposed to wear all purple, according to the website. And then Saturday night is they're calling it the Rocktail party?
Rocktail party?
Rocktail?
What was that?
Let's all say it.
Rocktail party.
Rocktail.
Hey, I'm more comfortable saying rock than cock.
That's true. Let's see. Wait, where was the promo they had for this? Hang on a second. I gotta get better.
See that. I didn't see anything about them having a rocktail. I saw something about them having an ool party because they didn't like pee in the pool.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's
today.
really sad that they have to say that, you know?
You would think that would be common sense, but I thought that was quite clever. But I didn't hear anything about a rocktail party.
That joke was funny when I first heard it, like when I was like 7 years old.
4th grade, right? I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, this screen share apparently is not working. So whatever. There we go. Okay, but yeah, they did mention on the Facebook event page that there was a rocktail party, and if I pull up my notes here, let's see. Get ready for our world famous rocktail pool party on Saturday night, April 22nd at the Wyndham Orlando Resort. Special appearance by DJ P.D. Punkin' and Show Enough Entertainment. So make sure you have your tickets as parties for attendees only. Now, here's the funny thing. First of all, the fact that they have to say it's for attendees only, there's a reason for that. Don't be one of those douches that goes to the pool party and expects to get into pool party for free without paying a ticket for Spooky Empire.
Do that.
Yeah, I see Harriet nodding there. You have something to say about that?
Well, we all know. I mean, there have been outsiders coming into the pool party and coming in for free, and that's not for one thing, that's not what they want. But also, it's also a security thing. If people come into the party and they start pulling crap, and God knows what else is going to happen, they don't want to be responsible. So they've had issues in the past with some of the hotels, and they weren't part of the convention, or there was just somebody crashing the party, and so it's like that's why they want everybody to have wristbands. I don't know how they're going to police that because they've tried that before. So
they've done it, but I've seen them have security walk around and make sure everyone had a wristband on them, a wristband or a badge. I've seen security walking around the pool before.
But isn't the pool part of the, what about people who are staying at the pool or staying at the hotel?
I guess they just want to go to the pool. I mean, isn't that the
true? Yeah.
I mean, they could theoretically have to show their room key.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I just remember the Wyndham pool being less secure than other hotels.
Yeah, but I think in the past few years, Spooky's kind of cracked down on the freeloaders, which frankly, I don't blame them. And I think they've had people out there specifically, because I've heard stories about people getting mad because they got kicked out because they were there for the free pool party and didn't want to pay for the convention.
That's true.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there Hoobaloo like 2 years ago that somebody on social media was bragging to everybody about, yeah, I just go to the pool party and I don't pay the admission and yada yada. And I want to say that.
I remember who it was too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was somebody.
Cosplayer.
Yeah, it was somebody that somebody knew. But,
they bragged on the Facebook on that they've gotten into the show for free.
They're so cool.
It's like, why are you trolling? You're just making yourself look bad because we all know your name and what you look like.
That's right. And trust me, we as you know, we are a small family and we will point you out.
Yeah, we're not shy about pointing fingers.
I'm a professional cosplayer. I
don't ever have to pay for events. Yeah.
But I'm professional. I have an account at the print at Vista Prints and everything.
But yeah, don't be that person that shows up at the pool party and thinks you're going to get a free party and then get pissed when you get bound.
Well, and this actually illuminates kind of where Spooky Empire is right now, because Spooky Empire is in the uncanny valley of it wants in PD and management they want it to evolve to the next level, so the next plateau, and it's not quite there yet. But it's going to be, and we're at that level where we're starting to get more mundanes, casuals, whatever, and there's a lot of people the years past where I'm like, I don't remember seeing half these motherfuckers walk around in the daytime unless they were all in costume, and that's impossible. So it's just people bought the admission. They deserve to hang out by the pool area, and god damn it, that is our jacuzzi to get drunk in. Okay?
Exactly, and that was my next point. It's if you didn't pay, guess what? You get none of the fun, because if we paid, that's our shit, bitch.
If anybody's puking in that jacuzzi, it's me, motherfucker.
But we also, since we are still a small family, all the regulars still kind of know each other. So, the newbies that come, we know when you're newbies.
Yeah, yes, we do.
And the whole thing, and again, we're not saying that to intimidate you or anything like that.
Not at all.
We're not going to make you
support the cause.
We're not making you want the gauntlet, but just letting everybody know that, unlike most other shows, yes, we're aware. We are a passionate fan base, and we're aware. And if you act out of line, we're going to notice it really quickly, and we're going to be all like, who's that? Who did they come with? Because first of all, we're going to assume you say with you. No. So
well, and just like the family grows every year. I mean,
we're happy to have you. We really are.
Yeah, we may not know every single person, but we all have connections and connections and connections. And if somebody comes in and they're brand new, and again, if they're not there just to have fun and experience, the horror or the retro part of it, we'll know. If you're there just to cosplay, we'll know. So it's kind of obvious, especially to the regulars.
Yeah.
So we can point you out.
We have friends in high places.
Boris has volunteered. He knows.
I
knows
have.
all those dark rooms that they can put you in where, the staff
you don't want to know what happens there.
I mean,
the dark volunteer room? Ew, that sounds nasty.
I mean, I assume whatever criteria or security measures being used, it will be adequate, and I imagine there's going to be some dejected looks from somebody at some point, being all whatever.
Oh, we take it.
Yeah.
Oh, and
now if they're smart, they should have somebody available to actually sell them a weekend pass or whatever. If you're really want to get in this pool party right now.
In the past.
Okay, just want to say if you want to join on in, here's the deal. To get in the pool party, it's $60, but you get 2 free days at Spooky.
The nice spin. I like the way you did that.
I just want a ticket to the pool party.
Just to the pool party, nothing else.
Yeah. When I was in the Halloween retail business all the time, because there would be costumes would come with one accessory, and people would always be like, "How much for just the hat?" That hat's $59.95, and I'll throw in a free costume.
But that's something good to remind people, especially when it comes to the pool and security. The big thing that, and a lot of us old school people know, don't bring glass around the pool. And it's really sad that we have to say that. Same thing like Spooky just posted today. Don't pee in the pool. No bodily fluids in the pool. No glass around the pool. Bad things have happened.
Hey, Demi, is this going to be a mermaid year?
Girls of the Con is actually in the chat right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hello, Girls of the Con, hello. Well, no, Rob is our resident space monkey. That's why I keep looking over here. He's moderating the chat, so if they're doing a mermaid party, by all means, speak up. I don't think they are, though.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about it. But if they are, then Space Monkey Rob will...
Because the weather will probably be great.
Oh, well, it was a name and it stuck.
Also, Nate says you bring glass, it's your ass.
Yes, Nate says if you bring glass, it's your ass, literally. So that's very, very good point. Okay.
Indeed.
But, okay. And that'll bring us to. And apparently, Girls of the Con has not been asked to do one. So let's see, PD Gina, if you want a mermaid party, apparently we've asked for it. So there we go.
Well, I was just curious.
Okay. No, absolutely. I think it would be great. I'd love to see the mermaids back. And actually, Patty will be able to take this one because one of the things we want to talk about, there's con drama. We love con drama. As long as we're not involved, con drama.
There's drama at a con? No.
What? No.
Well, no. Then we have the whole Texas Frightmare incident. Millie Bobby Brown. Now, those of you that were at Spooky Empire in December, Millie showed up and she had special rules and whatnot. I personally didn't meet her, but I heard good things about her. She was supposed to be at Collective Con in Jacksonville this past weekend. And Saturday, right before the doors opened, literally, she canceled. And if you saw the Facebook, Collective Con Facebook post, everybody went batshit. You'd think it was World War III.
I didn't.
Patty was there on the ground.
Oh, no, I wasn't there, but I knew somebody was there. Let me go get him right now.
Okay. Okay.
We have an eyewitness.
Yeah, we have an eyewitness. We like eyewitnesses. But yeah, it happened, and unfortunately, there we go.
Hello.
Hello, eyewitness.
Hello. Hi. Yeah. How you doing?
Okay, so what happened with this Millie Bobby Brown situation?
Okay. Initially, all the report was that we're not getting on the plane, and that was it.
No reason why.
No reason why. Not even the video.
She was in Jacksonville when she said that, though.
No. She was in Atlanta.
Interesting.
She was in Atlanta because that's where the show is filmed, and that's why we see so many Stranger Things actors. So a lot of Florida appearances, a lot of a lot of Southeast appearances because it's a short plane trip from here to there. And I found out about that. It was about 15 minutes after the door when I had gotten there, and I had been informed. And I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? Because as the official host and everything of the event, I was like, okay, it falls upon me to draw this. A sign was quickly made, and I was like, okay, everybody who walks in the door, whatever it's that they need to be informed, just let you know this is happening before anybody is sold a ticket, And they tried to communicate that to the best they can, to us, the resources that try to communicate that. But I do know at 11 a.m. I hosted a panel with Margot Kidder, which went awesome, by the way. She's a fantastic.
Wow, nice.
She is a spitfire. I recorded it, and I'm going to do a truncated version. But at noon, it was supposed to be Millie's panel, and now here's the deal. I had said, okay, I'm going to try to run an appreciation panel. A Stranger Things appreciation panel where to try to, granted, it's like spitting in an inferno, but I thought, okay, maybe somebody will be like, if you just want to get your geek on. And it's a variant of an offering I do, which literally it's a hug box. Hey, share your favorite memory about or anecdote about, Stranger Things. Why it's not as gay as it sounds, I promise.
But see, that's just the point.
But I got on the stage, and I was just like, okay, you're all here for the Stranger Things panel, right? Okay, you are all aware that Millie could not make it. And like half the audience was like, what? It's like, oh, dear God, I'm going to get lynched. But But I was just like, look, I'm very sorry, but we were informed this morning that she could not make it. Details are not forthwith as it is. If you had a photo opportunity, you know, I tried to soothe the burn. In retrospect, it was nowhere near as bad as Rita's Gate. It was
that's what I was going to segue into. Yeah.
I want to say, and that's nothing against my clients at Collective Con, are a great bunch of guys. I think Collective Con just being a smaller convention, a smaller area, and also too because it was immediately right then and there. There wasn't time to fester. There wasn't time to build up the energy. Yeah, I got pissed off too, whatever. Yes, there right away there were a couple of people of, oh yeah, we flew all the way down here from Bismarck, North Dakota, just for this. I'm like, ah. So yeah, I know everything, all photo ops and everything, we're trying to refund it or everything on else. I was too busy doing programming throughout the day to really pay much attention to social media. I heard there was Hoobaloo. I heard it was
there was a lot. It was amusing.
Well, I don't know how much it was done. I will say this much: the owners of the convention have never been in this position before. I know they try to handle it as best they could. Sometimes they deleted stuff. Sometimes they acknowledged it. And you know, this was definitely a learning thing for next year. And I'll say that much. I will say this much: anybody I dealt with, about half the audience stuck around and did our appreciation panel, believe it or not. And I did sort of explain, I did get some news later on. Okay, I found out that she was there all night. She was all night filming. And so it was decided. And I always made a point to stress that it was decided for her, because everybody seems to forget this is a 13-year-old little girl.
Yeah.
This is a 13-year-old girl. I don't think she was and it's interesting too, because I have friends of mine who work at other conventions who texted me. One person, Lorena Anonymous, literally said, she is a sweetheart, but the people surrounding her are monsters. And I feel, whether it's their management or stage parents or whatever, ultimately, my thing about the situation was, if they knew she was going to be filming all night, which they would have known because she's a child actor, and child actor labor laws about these things are very strict, they should have made the decision to at least give 24 hours notice. They really should have done that. They really should have done that. That morning of thing was an afterthought. The fans didn't deserve that. The management didn't deserve that. Again, I was too busy working. I didn't see the full brunt on social media. I was just terrified of it.
Oh, I did.
I will say that myself. Nobody really wagged the finger at me. Nobody really blamed me for it. Granted, I made it clear.
Well, you had nothing to do with it.
Well, yeah, good, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, tell Petey about, he had nothing to do with when guests cancel on him, poor guy.
Which is what we're going to get into.
But the point of the matter is that, and I know this is the point leading up to it, is that yes, these guests can cancel at any time for any reason, and it's going to happen. It's happened before. It's happened again. These people, if they can get a job working as acting, which is what their jobs are, they're going to take that. Conventions will always be plan B, unless it's like the big event-driven one. Like, oh, well, the whole cast has to be at San Diego Comic-Con for a panel and for 10,000 publicity pictures, and we'll take 3 questions, and hey, new season starts in a month, and we'll see you, and you're great. All right, let's get out of here,
Yeah, you can't have Walker Stalker Con without the walkers or stalkers.
And that's exactly it. And I know, and these guys remember a few years ago. Oh, and I want to take a minute to say hi to Horror and Sons that tuned in, one of our sponsors.
Hi.
But yeah, we and he also remembers Rita's Gate, as Patty put it before, where
Yes.
Norman Reedus canceled. What was it? 24 hours before the doors opened.
I was volunteering that year.
Oh
That's
wow!
fun,
No, but
yeah.
it was right before.
I thought it was a little longer. I thought it was like 2
It
or
might
3
have been
days.
longer. I don't remember. I'm getting told it was 2 weeks now. But
The whole point is that it festered.
Yes.
Everybody went
festered.
nuts.
Yeah, they were expecting rioting and stuff. They had extra police presence.
Mm-hmm. And
Everybody
that's the whole thing.
wanted their money.
What, Harriet?
You're not going to.
Yeah. And that's what people need to remember. They need to remember that if you put all your stock, like it's kind of like, was it putting all your eggs in one basket sort of, metaphor, but if you're going, don't go just for one actor. There is so much more going on at these conventions. I mean, Spooky and others as well. You're going to see friends, you're going to see bands, you're going to incredible dealer rooms, there's independent movies, there's all these sorts of other great events going on. If you go and just put all your hope on this one person, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
And not to mention, it's with these people, what happens, you're going to go to see like one person. If that person cancels, you've just saved money because you were going to spend $200 or whatever on that person. You just saved an extra $200.
Well, look at the times that we were supposed to have Romero. It took us 3 times. It took us 3 times to get Romero because the poor man had a movie to do. And it's like, again, like what we were just saying is like, if they have a movie to do, we have to let them go do the movie. Yep. It's not like, oh, well, he's going to make a movie. Well, he's not here to sign my autograph and take my money. Then I'm never going to watch his movies again. It's like, no, it would have been great if he was there the first time, but we have to go with that understanding that stuff happens and that business can happen and change to 24 hours. I mean, if you get the offer to do a movie, if you get the offer to take a part, you have to take it.
Yeah. And just for the record, the management, the convention staff has nothing to do with this. This is all the agent and the actor and everyone surrounding them. It has bitching at the con and asking for a refund is beyond the most ridiculous thing you can do because they have nothing. They have a contract. The convention staff is getting it on both sides because not only has the actor screwed them, but they're out money, and they got to get you guys when they have nothing to do with it. If it's up to them, they would have everybody show up. So bitching at the con and asking for a refund, they have to recoup their losses from the actor already.
The owners of Collective were, for a brief moment there, they were really afraid this is going to destroy us. I mean, literally, we're done. We're absolutely done. They ended up like surviving the whole thing, but again, they never had their alpha guest. It's like cancel on them before in their 3 years, and they were like, no, guys, it's gonna go through. Just put faith in Lois Lane and Graham McTavish and these other guys you got, and keep on going. And for the most part, I heard vendors did well, and the crowds that stayed, everybody had a good time. Granted, I didn't miss anybody who stormed on out or whatever. I know there was an incident. Some woman was like, are you gonna refund my hotel too? And they're like,
wish in one hand, shit in the other.
Yeah.
See which one fills up quicker.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of see their frustration, but they, people who have never been to a con before and go specifically to see that one person, it's kind of the luck it's the risk that you take when you go to these shows. I say that Millie was very nice. But she was extremely overwhelmed, and anybody could see that when they went to go talk to her, get her autograph. She was very nice. I told her my name, and she said that she was going to be in a movie, and like the girl who was playing her sister was playing, had my name, which I thought was interesting. I guess another project that she was doing. But you could definitely see it. Hey, she was overwhelmed, and they even said that we were not allowed to wear masks walking into the room. And
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody could have egos or anything related to it.
That was something with Kellogg's, apparently.
Right. It's because the guys who did Stranger Things, they didn't get permission to use that. And so, they said, from trademark protection, we can't have that. And so there were some people who were upset, and I felt bad for some of the little kids.
Free publicity? Oh, we can't have that. No.
Yeah, well, there were little girls who were dressed up like Millie, which I thought was
absolutely adorable. I remember the little baby. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, it's a whole new generation of costumers, and they're starting them young. But and it's a great show, and it's a great character, but you do have to take into account, like we said, she is a 13-year-old girl, and she is being manipulated through this whole thing that we're accustomed to, and she's not. She's never seen this before. She's never encountered this before, and it's all been thrust on her like that. Yeah. So, I kind of felt bad for her, but she was handling it like a pro.
I saw a lot of ugliness online when I did go through. Oh, who she thinks she is, and it's just like
exactly.
It's not her.
You guys are pointing your hate in the wrong direction. It comes. That's what it comes down to. It's not the con staff. It's not Millie, and you got to take that energy and put that energy somewhere else.
I mean, I had one group that was upset. It was like borderline this, and I told them flat out where it's just like, look, I'm disappointed too. I was supposed to sit up with her I was going to sit up with her on this stage for 45 minutes, and it was just going to be me and her, and we're going to talk and I'll answer your questions and stuff. And it's like, that would have helped my career a lot for what I do. That would have been great, you know, like the thing to have on my swastika on my fuselage there, you know. When I say that, I mean shooting down a World War II and all that. Yes. And it was just, I tried to play the so trust me, this has affected me too. Really, it has, you know.
Why, thank you, unknown witness.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just put that on in case I might have said anything bad about you know, but no, I think it's good. But
Exactly.
the point, but in here and in their slight defense, these are people that might have never come to any of these things anyway. Okay, they're fans of this one thing. They wanted to come in this one thing. I get it, because she's not the only one. About 2 weeks beforehand, one of the other kids was supposed to be there too, and he canceled out. And he sent a little video, and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't make it." Blah blah blah. You know, it's just this was an act of happenstance.
Yeah. So, but I mean, don't blame the convention. The convention has nothing to do with it. And since you're going to be at the con anyway, make the best of it. I can't tell you how many times, like, I'll go to a con and there's a guest that I want to see, and for whatever reason they're not there or they cancel. I've met some of the Fred Williamson at the you know, if you remember from Dusk Till Dawn. What was his name in Dusk Till Dawn? Not Sex Machine. He was. I don't remember the name of the character. God damn it. Dusk Till Dawn. You know who I'm talking about? Fred Williamson, big black guy. Black Caesar? Is that the name?
Yeah, he was a big exploitation.
Yes, way back in the day. But I know nowadays a lot of kids don't know who the hell he is. But I didn't go to see him. I went to see Pam Grier, and I was just happening to look on his table, and he made me a fan for life. The guy is amazing. You ever get a chance to meet him? Oh my God. And even though I didn't go for him, I ended up with some of the greatest con stories ever because of him. So you never know. So don't just immediately, you know, dismiss it and write it off and, oh, I spent $1,000 on a hotel, da-da-da-da. Go and enjoy yourself. You never make yourself open to experiences, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. His character's name was Frost, by the way.
That's right, Frost.
Frost. But and this goes back to the first year that Romero canceled. Somebody did the World War Z, the panel.
Yes, Max Brooks.
Thank you. And you know, and you turn, you know, a bad thing into a good thing. And I can't tell you how many people talked about that and said, "Oh, it was so great. You should have been there." Da, 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 da. And it really made up for the fact that, you know, we didn't get a chance to meet Romero. I mean, you know, 2 years later when he came back and we finally all did, it was worth it. But again, like Demi said, there may be something else that you can experience, or people to meet, or an artist that you discover, or a vendor with the most incredible toys that you've ever seen. So, you know, just, you can't take the loss of a guest that you went to go see personally and ask for your...
Don't take it personally. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. You know, because it's nothing against you. It's nothing against the con. It's you know, we all get tired and we all have bad days, including celebrities, and we have to take that into account as well.
And most of these celebrities, they will be back. You know, it's very rare they do one and done and you'll never see them again.
I mean, yeah, we've got another season of Stranger Things coming up in October. So,
exactly.
You know,
I'm sure they'll be around again.
Yeah, exactly. So you just don't. She may be more expensive, but she'll be around.
Exactly. But, you know, it's funny that we're talking about Millie, because I just saw on Texas Frightmare's page today, and those of you out in Texas that have ever been to Texas Frightmare, guess who just canceled Texas Frightmare?
Really?
Who?
Yeah, he just canceled Texas Frightmare. Yep. If you go on the page, and because it's about a month out, people are being, and I guess they're being nicer because they're Southern, I guess. I don't know. But it's not the shitstorm just yet. But she did just cancel Texas Frightmare, and I see some people being not so happy about it.
Wait a minute. Wow. Texas Frightmare is in a month and she canceled?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Then she must really be kind of over and done with it for a while.
Maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like a month.
Well, it could, again, it could just be They might have just looked at the shooting schedule. It could be a lot of overnight shoots, and they could have simply decided, oh, like, okay, because remember, here's the logistics, and that Friday, that Thursday, we're gonna call for more overnight shoots, and so if you want to go out to that convention, you're certainly able to, and be like, no, let's just, yeah. There are lots of things. I know she felt exhausted too, but again, and this is a perilous time of year for cons and their celebrity guests, especially if they're working on ongoing projects.
Yeah. Because
this is when all these shows are being filmed right now. And it's just sometimes this crap is going to happen. That's why, like, summer is a little more relaxed because usually things are wrapped up. They're already in the can and they're good to go.
Yeah, Boris, you started to say something?
No.
Oh.
Did I?
Boris is always the one always creeping in the corner over there. Okay, but yeah, and speaking of cancellations, there is unfortunately something that we do have to announce tonight. And apparently it hasn't been officially announced, but we noticed when we went over to the media guest page on spookyempire.com. I hate to be the one to break it to everybody. Ricky Rackman will not be appearing at Spooky.
No.
We've got blood over here. I to disappoint all you Cat House fans. Ricky's not making
Cat House, Faster Pussycat, Take Me Down fans. Yes.
Yeah.
Count me in. I'm disappointed. I wanted to meet him, and he was wasn't he host of the MTV show?
Headbangers Ball. Yeah.
He was host of Headbangers Ball.
Headbangers Ball for a long time.
He replaced Adam Curry, and Adam Curry is still pissed about that.
I don't blame him. Adam had better hair.
Wait a minute. That's it. We need to have Ricky Ragman and Adam Curry at Spooky and have a panel with the two of them duking it out.
Cage match. Yes.
Better BJ.
I've seen they've had that out. They've had it out on like VJ reunions, and Adam Curry told Rackman right then and there, "It's like, you got me fired because you were buddies with this other dude, and you walked in the office and said, 'This guy Adam, he's not metal. Look at me, I'm metal.'" And apparently it was easy like that. So.
Wow.
I mean, I liked Adam. I liked Rackman, but I watched it for the metal. That was kind of it, Curiously enough, 15 years later, VH1's late night metal show would be infinitely better than the Headbangers Ball ever was.
True.
That's a bold statement.
I stand by it.
We're going to have to go round and round, me and you.
Okay. At least you didn't have to deal with the tedium of, hey, we got Rob Zombie painting in the background. Are you done with that thing yet? No, he's not done with it yet. Okay.
Okay. All right. So now that we've gone through the whole Millie and cancellations and all that business. Okay. Now, I think everybody knows about the Dia de los Muertos opening day celebration and processional that's at Uno's on Friday. The official team. Join us in celebrating the dead Friday, April 21st, starting at 12 p.m. at Uno's Pizzeria and Grill for a Day of the Dead gathering you won't forget. Food and drink specials, events, makeup, artists, music, and more. The processional starts at 4 p.m. and will make its way over to the Wyndham. Be sure to dress in your finest attire and paint your faces for this festival of the macabre. Makeup artists will be on hand for a small fee should you need help getting your sugar skull makeup on. Makeup artists include J.D. Ellis of Postmortem FX, Shannon Holt, who I believe she's been on Skin Wars, if I'm not mistaken, and Chris Davis, who is one of my personal favorites. Hosted by our friends Otis and the Rejects.
Yay!
This is going to be interesting because, I mean, this is new. I mean, they've always done the zombie walk, and I don't think they've ever switched it up. Did they do it 2 years? Oh, that's right. They did do it 2 years. Mariachis.
Yeah,
I want mariachis.
They did have mariachis.
But it was also a walk, I think. Didn't we have both?
I don't think the walk was Dias de los Muertos. I think they had like a party for it, but the walk was still a zombie walk.
Yeah, I think he's right. I think that's what it was.
It was in the courtyard of the Doubletree.
That's right.
That's right. So Boris, are you going to be sugar sculling it up?
I might. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh,
there'll be some kind of sculling it.
But yeah, no, that's. I want some mariachis. I love the mariachis.
I can think of no better way to start a horror event which honors the history of horror and an integral part of Mexican culture at a Chicago pizzeria. Although again, Spooky and Uno's right there at iDrive have had a very long and very fruitful like partnership, and anything that involves walking always seems to start at Uno's when it comes to Spooky.
Oh, yeah.
And I thank Uno's for that. I thank Uno's for their fine deep dish pizza and that crab dip, which is unfucking believable.
And that's what we need. We need like a Pee Wee Herman starting this off. That's what we need. We need a Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, and their staff is always very nice and very receptive to us. Mm-hmm. I've never had a problem with their staff. Their staff is unbelievable. So
who knows?
Absolutely. Looking forward to that as well.
Yes.
Okay, one of the things that we've been doing in between guest announcements, one of the things we've been doing on our Facebook page, if you go to facebook.com/Ultimate Spooky Guide, wherever it shows up here, we have been listing the vendors. And an interesting thing that we have learned that there are going to be 2 exhibitor rooms this year, and not just one, because they have so many vendors. And we've said this before, one of the great things about Spooky is that it's not just one of these things where it's like MegaCon, you walk in and it's just like Pocky and t-shirts and all this mass-produced just crap that you see everywhere else. It's like you really see a lot of like great artwork and indie designs and all these, like flea market finds and all these great things you wouldn't find anywhere else. Now, if you go to the Facebook page, you will see the photo album of a ton of stuff. I mean, from stuffed monkeys down to the little mice figures that they've done and all these great things that we've seen over the years.
Yeah, this is just one thing that I got from a vendor one year. I had a set of 3 of them, and they were small, medium, and large. And
that's really cool.
They're like little pedestals, and I use them for like candles or for like Halloween stuff. But stuff like this is what you get at the vendors. It's not, like you said, it's not t-shirts, it's not, candy or whatever. It's weird, funky, fun art, stuff like this.
Yeah, stuff you won't see anywhere else.
Nope.
And do you remember the vendor that you got that from?
I do not. She had a set, like I said, the set of 3, and I saw it when I first got there. And it was one of those vendors that I kept walking by, and I said, I got to get that or else it's going to be gone. Yeah. And I think she sold it to me, the set, for like $40. So
wow.
I have a short one, and I have the middle one, and then I have a taller one as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But they're all different patterns, and it's different lace around the side. But I loved it. And she had them on there as part of her display. And I don't think that she was going to sell them, but I asked her if she would sell them to me, and she did.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. So Boris, let me ask you, who are some of your favorite vendors that you go to like again and again every year?
Oh man, I don't know if it's been mentioned. I think Robbie is the one that always mentions it, but I love London 1888.
Oh, good one.
They're good. Actually, I think I'm wearing one of their shirts right now.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, they have some awesome shirts. They have pins now.
Yeah, I've got they did a Jackie Brown poster, like a full-size Jackie Brown poster, like original artwork that I ended up buying from them. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I love their stuff. Gosh, so many good ones. Cemetery prints.
Yeah, they got leggings now too. Some of their leggings. Awesome.
They don't fit me, but
why not? Dancer's legs.
That's okay. They fit me.
Okay, that's it. I need to see Boris in cemetery print leggings. That's it. I need to see that.
We can make it happen.
Yes. Okay, we just got a question from the Peanut Gallery asking if Coffee Shop of Horrors will be back.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Because I mean, let's be honest, we can't make it through like a spooky without our coffee. They're always there, and they're doing their free coffee every single day. And I think they're debuting at least 1 new flavor, if not 2, at Spooky. I'm not sure on which one, so I'm not gonna, there's no conjecture here. But I think they're unveiling something pretty damn cool.
And as a reminder, since Demi, of course, is far too humble, Hot Coffee of Horrors offers a brand based off of her.
That is true.
Where is that, by the way?
Harem Scarum.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? Since we're gonna do that, fine. I'll be that person.
Plug away.
Okay.
That's
But,
what she
so,
said.
Patty, who are some of your favorite vendors?
Oh,
Well, they have like authors there. That
yeah, this is the offers. I am. Wait, you found it?
Well, first, I don't know why I was handed this.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why I was handed hot
Hot
sauce,
sauce.
but yeah, I don't understand. But yeah, autumn spice.
Hot sauce. There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
Wow.
And I actually, because I do love this, it's Halloween in a bag. It really is.
Yeah,
love
that
this.
one's good.
All right. Anyway, I'm sorry, Patty. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. I'm always propelled at any convention by one thing. I am looking for the stuff that I never even knew existed, which is always what I think everybody else should try to have a little bit of, as opposed to I'm looking for what I'm interested in, which in the old days of conventioneering, whether it was horror or otherwise, it's all about going. It's like, holy crap, I don't even know what that is, but that's awesome. I want to know more, or whatever. Yeah, and yeah, on the B side of it too. Yeah, anybody with the obligatory, it's like cheap action figure box. I have a bad habit, and I just did it. Any convention, I'm gonna the $5 each, 5 for 20. Okay, you and I can do business. And then as soon as I buy them, I usually just rip them off right there. And I love meeting the new artists. I love seeing the new guys up there. Our buddy Vaughn's gonna be there, right?
There, yes, that's actually a good one to mention. I don't think anyone's brought him up as Vaughn Balak.
Who
I think I'm pronouncing his last name right. Is Balak?
Belak. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Balak. Okay.
and
If I'm
Vaughn's
pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry, Vaughn.
and Vaughn just had a something happened to him recently, and I wish him a speedy recovery with that. And I won't say what, but hopefully he'll be able to have a good conversation with us by the time Spooky rolls around. I'll leave it at that. But I believe his ability to do art has not been diminished at all, and he is a staple. He's fantastic. My other artist friend, Banky, she's going to be there. And
Fantastic.
she's on the cutesy side of the horror spectrum. It's like she'll do something gothic and crazy, but she'll, she could do, the ponies as as the horror icons and stuff like that. So, and she does a great caricature as well too. So, if you ever wanted to see yourself as Freddy Krueger or something this way, she can, bam, whip it on out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm liking the Elizabeth Bathory idea, so I may have to pay her a visit.
And again, this is local talent.
Yes.
This is local Central Florida, Orlando talent. So you are helping out somebody, and if you guys get simpatico, whatever, not only can you get some art from there, but you can have an ongoing relationship, and yeah, sky's the limit. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, but like you said, there are a lot of indie artists there. One of the ones I found, I think it was in December, was Curious Goods 666, and they do these great shadow boxes based on these old classic horror movies. One of the ones I loved, they did one on Black Christmas, and they do these 3D art of the old VHS covers. But with Black Christmas, they did a 3D on top of each other print of the art, but then they had the Christmas lights in the shadow box. So it was really cool. Then they did blocks, the old wooden blocks of was it Sweet Dreams Bitch with Freddy Krueger slashes down the rooms. Just really, really original stuff. So there's a lot of artists like that you could just sit there and look through their booth for at least an hour looking at all these great different little goods there. Harriet, who are some of your favorites?
Kidder and I talked about Black Christmas last week.
Oh, I love Black Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I bet I talked with Margot Kidder about Black Christmas last week. Okay.
Yes.
Who else vendor-wise we're looking forward to? Or just in general? I mean, it is.
I was asking Harriet. You shut up. So.
Oh.
Well,
I'm teasing.
Yeah, one of course, my friend Steph Sweet. She doesn't always vend, but she vends a lot at Spooky. Mercury's Toy Box, and
yes,
I've gotten a lot of stuff from her. She does a lot of her own style, but she's a really good artist. But you know, it's I always come away with different stuff from different artists, and it's hard for me to remember that I get all their business cards and I keep them.
Mhm.
So it's hard because sometimes, you know, I forget who they are because either they're new or they've been there 1 year and then they've gone and then they come back. You know, when you find, you know, I have this set of coasters that I bought 1 year, and it's all the Universal monsters from an artist. And, you know, like I said, with the little platforms, I just don't go for the normal stuff. I want to find stuff that either I can use or that is pertinent to my interest, which would be like American Horror Story or classic Hammer stuff. And you can always find that at Spooky. I mean, you'll see the regular, you know, the Stranger Things, the Friday the 13th, the Friday the Jason, etc. But you'll also see the unusual as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, I remember even in December when I was dressed as Tura Satana, you know, from Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, I was shocked to, there was someone that actually had one of the old LPs, one of the vinyls of Russ Myers and a lot of his stuff, including, you know, stuff from Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. And it's like, where the hell else are you going to buy? No one even knows that movie anymore. And it had, you know, dug in there, this old LP, it was fantastic. So,
I got a Suspiria hoodie. Where are you going to find a Suspiria hoodie?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I mean, yeah, you may find it online or something like that, but still, again, you're helping out an artist or somebody that sells their art as they're living. So that to me was like a big deal. It's like, if I could help somebody and then they can give me something that I won't find anywhere else, deal is made.
And it turns out, apparently, Robbie unfortunately didn't get a chance to make it tonight, but she did just pop in to say hello, so she's in the chat. So hi, Robbie. She just mentioned, huh? Yes. Okay. But she just mentioned that Carmine's Boutique, which I think Harriet knows a little something about, apparently they might be back to Spooky.
Okay.
Which would be very, very interesting, because you want to talk probably one of the craziest oddity shops you've ever seen. I think it's down on OBT, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I know where you're talking about. They're going to have a table?
I believe so, because if Robbie's in the comments, what? There's a rumor. It's unconfirmed as of yet, but there's a rumor.
Are they the little skulls and skeletons?
Good question. I think they get the little skeletons, because I know in the shop they have like a rocking horse that has like a ram's head on it. You know, just some weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really bizarre stuff. But
they have a lot of antique stuff and a lot of weird gothic antique ephemera stuff. They also, for a time when they first opened, they were showing movies there, and I don't know if they will continue that or not. But
yeah, I heard about that. I've heard some really like bizarre stories about that place. I'm really looking forward to seeing if they actually have.
I really want to check them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard something. Who was it? Babette Bombshell. And if you haven't checked out Babette Bombshell's stuff, you absolutely should check her out on YouTube. But she was talking about like I think monkey skulls. They were selling monkey skulls. Like real monkey skulls. I'm like, that's amazing.
Welcome to Carmine.
Never have too many.
Your Central Florida outlet for monkey skulls.
You know, I just happened to be fresh out of monkey skulls.
I know.
Where am I gonna go? I have the place for you.
But you know, speaking of weird and creepy stuff, have you guys seen the trailer for the new It movie?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't, because I'm not sure I really give a crap.
Ooh.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Here's the deal. I never read the book. I'm illiterate. Yes, I know. I remember the miniseries from the 80s, and I remember liking it, but it not being anything that I wanted to go back and see really a second time.
Yeah, it didn't freak me out as much as it freaked everybody else out.
And I am not afraid of clowns, and I don't hate mimes. So that hive mind proto-meme that developed, oh, I hate clowns, I hate mimes, that doesn't affect me whatsoever. I've seen pictures from it. I've seen little clips of it. I haven't seen the full trailer yet. I've been too busy watching Spider-Man trying to dissect it frame by frame by frame.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, Boris, what do you think about the It trailer that came out?
It was okay. I enjoyed it. I think it looks pretty good. I think I mean, I like the original, but I think it's due for a remake, I don't even know if it's like all I've seen from the trailer is like the portion with the kids. Are they gonna do the adults in the movie? Do you know?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say I thought this was to be broken up into 2 movies, where this first movie will be them as kids, and then the sequel
so like, kind of like
will be
okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Harriet, did you finally see it?
Yeah, I watched it. They released it while I was at work, and I said I was going to wait till I got home to be disappointed.
Were you?
Yeah, when I read the book a long time ago when I was in school, and it took me a long time to finish the book. The book didn't wow me.
It's because it's like 8,000 pages long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very dry. Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't grab me. It didn't wow me. I don't think it's his best work. But when the TV movie came out, and somebody mentioned this earlier, I think on my Facebook, they said something about the quality of the trailer. The new one looks so much better than the cheesy made-for-TV.
Agreed. I absolutely agree with that.
Did you see I posted that video that has both trailers? Like, it combines the old one and the new one, and it does like a scene for scene. It's pretty cool.
I did. I like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and I can certainly understand that. It is kind of an upgrade type of thing, but the story as a whole is not one of my favorites. And, I'm with Patty. I'm not scared of clowns. I don't have a problem with mimes or anything like that. The story itself, I'm not a huge fan of Stephen King. And also The Stand. Everybody said The Stand was like one of his best things ever. And it's one of those that just did not grab me. I like other different things that he's done. I like Eyes of the Dragon. I liked Gerald's Game is one of my favorites. And apparently they're making a movie out of that too. But I'm
very interested in seeing The Gunslinger.
Dark Tower
with Dark Tower, with
Dark Tower, definitely
with Idris Elba as Roland.
And I was going to mention that because they released the trailer or some kind of trailer for that at CinemaCon.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can't find it anywhere online because online it's just flooded with fan-made trailers, and some of those fan-made trailers are great. I was like, why aren't these people making movies? But I couldn't find a legitimate one, so I'm just going to kind of wait. I was not a fan of Idris being cast as the gunslinger, but there's talent behind the camera, there's talent in front of the camera. I have to trust that. And with such a well-loved story and with such a well-loved, that series is huge. So they have to know what they're doing, or else they're going to have a lot of people pissed off at them.
I agree. So I think the hype on that one is absolutely well deserved. I mean, just from what I've seen thus far.
And I think Stephen King still has a moderate amount of input on his stuff. I don't think he's quite reached I don't think he's like Anne Rice where he signed everything away, because he's been doing it for so long. And in some ways, it's like, he's poo-pooed, The Shining in lieu of, he thinks the TV version from the mid-90s is the superior version. And good luck telling that to anybody
that has a pulse.
So it is what it is. But on the clown thing, I mean, see, at a very early age, I knew that if a clown was doing bad things, and eventually a grown-up dressed as a bat would come by and kick the shit out of him. And leave him handcuffed at police headquarters. So, do whatever you want, Pennywise. You're going to get a batarang in your eyeball any second now.
All right. Okay. Before we close this off, we did want to mention the new guests. There's been one big announcement. Will from Stranger Things, who actually didn't make the December show. Noah Schnapp is going to be joining Shannon Purser, who was Barb. They're going to be at the April show. There's going to be a photo op with the two of them. And if I'm not mistaken, I didn't get confirmation on this, but I believe, I think, Harry, you said it was probably going to be about 30-40 for them?
I would say at least per person, yeah.
Yeah. So plan, if you're going to get an autograph, plan, about $30-40. Just give you a general budget to work with. So Will will be there.
Slight fair warning, I'm not saying anything, but Noah was what did cancel on Noah did cancel on Collective Con.
Noah was okay, so there is a possibility.
But it was a week out.
Okay. So keep your eye on that. We don't know, but I mean, we still have a few weeks to go before retro, so anything could happen. And if he does, don't flip out. Okay, remember what we said. Don't flip out, because we will go on the Facebook page and we will make fun of you.
And again,
if you come to the show, we'll point at you and laugh.
That's right.
And what we said before in regards to schedules and stuff like that, his schedule may be more flexible. You know, it's different characters. Again, it's not like these things are filmed sequentially, where if you're not on that scene, you're hanging around the set all day in your costume. It's like, no, you know, you're here on Tuesday and this night, there you go, then you're done. So it's amazing that a lot of people still don't understand that.
No, and it's amazing. Like I said, just even the things like you have to say, don't pee in the pool.
That's true.
No one listens to that. Come on.
And like I said, the fact that we're probably going to have to do a whole episode on showering again, you know, like, you know, especially if you're a guy, or especially if you're someone who's bigger and you've got folds, you got to check the folds. You got to clean underneath the folds. You got to check everywhere, you know, and that was a roundtable discussion I did want to have at some point, the best way to tell some of these people that they smell, you know, other than just coming out with Febreze and just spraying everybody. You know, but we could save that for the next episode. But going back to Noah Schnapp, who I don't think smells, he is going to be there just Saturday. Oh, no, I'm sorry, my mistake. Will be there all 3 days, only in attendance on Saturday and Sunday. So
Yeah.
Barb's going to be there Saturday and Sunday. Noah, however, will be there all 3 days. Just FYI. Okay, and then we have a couple more cast members to the Rob Zombie Halloween lineup, and I'm sure there's going to be a group photo op for that. Big Fairch, who played young Michael Myers, and Hannah Hall, who played Judith Hall, will be joining Spooky Empire. This is Hannah Hall's first Spooky Empire appearance, and you may remember her as young Jenny in the film Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I have Jenny, so I'm sure she's going to be getting that all weekend. Again, those are probably going to be $30 autographs, I'm assuming. Daig has been before. He's been very, very awesome.
Which is very reasonable.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much the industry standard now.
Yeah.
You know, at least 30. So, but Daig is actually very, very cool. My son actually dressed as young Michael Myers and probably will be doing it again. And met Daig, and Daig was tripping out and loved the hell out of him. And, you know, with Tyler Mane, same thing, you know, saw him and really tripped out. So he enjoyed that. So he'll probably be reprising that role. But yeah, for those of you that are Halloween fans, keep in mind, you know, you got Malcolm McDowell, you've got Hannah Hall, and there's another one that was in, I can't remember her name, Kristen something or other, I think her name is. I can't remember her name. Anyway, you get the whole cast. You've got Malcolm McDowell, you've got Tyler Mane, you've got Daig Fairch, you've got a couple of the other chicks that are from Halloween. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a group photo op. That might be about $100. We don't have confirmation on that, but save up for it, because if you're a fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween, I'm not, but if you're a fan, you'll dig it. I'm not a fan, but that's again a whole other conversation.
I'm a fan of this Halloween.
Yes.
Ah, there we go, John Carpenter. That's the man right there. We like that. By the way, who did that behind you, Boris? Did you do that?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
why are you showing off your work at Spooky?
I don't know. Because I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it all.
Like Boris is like, nope, it's mine. I'm keeping it.
Mine.
I made it.
That's right. Mine.
Oh. It's like, wow, okay. Patty, that action figure collection was funny. You sell it sometime. Sell?
Sell? No, can't have that.
Get out of my house.
But yeah, I did want to bring up, and also, and I'm going to put my own personal request in as far as the Rocktail party. I can't get the screen share thing to work for whatever reason, but Petey, if we don't see either the Petey Pumpkin Edie Club Kid or the, let me see if I can actually get this to work. Let's see. Right.
You ask for that every year, Demi.
I do, and 1 year I'm going to get it. I don't know if this is showing up.
Oh, it is. I'm seeing something.
There we go.
Oh, God.
Okay. That is our illustrious con organizer right there.
Get the fuck out!
Yeah. I'm dead serious. That is Petey Pumpkin Edie right there. Is it showing up on the screen?
Yes.
Yep. Zoom in on it.
Okay, so yeah, that needs to happen. So we need to like make this a nice meme and wait, where's the, oh yeah.
Too much.
Right there. There we go.
Nice.
Love it. That's but the consolation
and it's purple. It right in.
We need the DJ Lance Rock. We need it.
I like that
We
one.
need the DJ PD Rock. It needs to happen. So
Wow.
I know, and every year I ask for it, but you know what? Some year I'm gonna get it.
Well,
There we go.
again, one hand wishing the other.
I know, and I know which one's gonna fill up first. All right. Well, you know what? Since I brought it up, let's actually have one more quick discussion before we cut this off. What do you think is the, I don't want to say most tactful, the most effective way to tell someone, especially someone, whether you know them or not, at Spooky, that they should probably go defunkify?
Just that. Pull them aside and say, hey, you probably need to go defunkify.
Have you ever had to do that?
I usually just walk
personally,
away.
No. Me personally, no. Would you say that to a stranger? Would you say that to a complete stranger?
See, I'm not sure. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm like, there has to be some sort of like universal code, because usually when people smell, they don't know that they smell. You know, and it's usually like either, like I said, it's either guys or, you know, someone that's big, because they sweat more. And that's not me, you know, fat shaming, body shaming, blah, blah, blah. That's just fact.
Right. Well, again, you know, if you come across a friend and the friend just happens to have some kind of an odor, I think it would be easier. It's like, hey, you know, you pass them some perfume or some deodorant or something. It's like, you need to defunkify. Would you go up to a stranger and say that? That's the issue, I think. Because a lot of the times, I don't know that I would. It's
yeah, but there's got to be a way to do that. I mean, how else? I mean, because nobody thinks that they're the one who smells. Everybody thinks it's somebody else.
Dude, did you just come from Garlic Fest at Red Lobster?
See, exactly. If there was like a universal code, you know, that you could say something like that, you know? I mean, what about you, Boris? Have you ever had to tell anybody?
No, I usually just like back away and then laugh about them with some friends.
Just walk around like this.
Yeah. It's better to get away than to acknowledge.
Yeah, because that's a tough situation, but that's something I would really love to learn how to do, is to tell people, hey, you know what, you stink.
Do you pass them a business card?
Yeah, you should get like stickers.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. I would, if somebody out there that's a vendor at Spooky would do that, like just little cards that you smell, please go, you know, freshen yourself up. I'd buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
So I think that would be that is something that I could do if it were a stranger and they had an odor. I would probably hand them a business card and say,
yeah, have them a card. I like this idea.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. Hey Patty, you ever had to do something like that? You know, tell somebody, hey,
No.
I haven't. I really. There's the usual smelly ones, but I don't know. It's like take cues from the old commercials or something. You know,
I'll buy them.
I don't know. To me, my biggest challenge at a convention interaction right now is, and Debbie, you probably experienced this too, where we're like pseudo minor celebrities in the scene, and I've got some people that, you know, follow me at the conventions, and they want to come up to me, and it's cool, and it's fine, and it's just have a nice little conversation, but it starts to last about a minute longer than it should, and I'm trying to find a way to gracefully sort of bow out of it or whatever, and it's like, so when's your next con? Where is that? What are the guests there? I'm like, just Google it, look it up. I'm working here, you know.
I don't have a problem. You're the only celebrity here, not me. Cleavage. That's all. That's the only reason.
I use the term pseudo celebrity, and I stand by that. You know, and I'm like, but the fact of the matter is, I've got some followers, and I got some fans, for lack of a better term, and they're not the type of people that. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I don't know, but honestly, I've never had. At Spooky, I've never had to deal with a stinker. I've dealt with at the comic book conventions. I possibly have, but I'm always on the move. I really don't hunker down something. And if I see somebody who looks like they might smell, I go in the opposite direction, or I Briss, I'm buying them or whatever. I'm not tethered to some location. I'm not like a vendor or an artist or whatever that's just like has somebody
vendors. Oh my God.
hovering and yeah.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because this wasn't at Spooky, but I can see this very easily happening at Spooky. This was at a convention in South Florida, and the name escapes me right now, but it was the Soska sisters, you know, Sylvia and Jen Soska, who are just like the biggest female horror directors that there are. And there was someone that is a Spooky regular, who I will not name, but someone who is the typical basement dwelling kind of fanboy that we all know. And I know Harriet already has a look on her face because she knows who I'm talking about. And this guy has no concept of personal space. And you probably know too. But he was talking to them, and it was obvious they were busy. They wanted to go do something else. And he was just sitting there. Hi. So I like this movie. And what did you think of Friday the 13th? And, you know, and you could see, even from across the room, you could see how uncomfortable they were. You could see them, you know,
space.
Still. And you think I feel bad for people that have to be trapped by that. I mean, how do you, like I said, and Horror and Sons just chimed in. They're in the chat, and they just chimed in, and they said they could probably do something like that. So if Horror and Sons, keep an eye on their page, they might be offering these cards.
You know,
that would
and
be something.
Did he smell them?
Oh, he might have. He might have smelled them. Yeah. He knows what I'm talking about.
It's funny because in my role as moderator or whatever, it's also my job to need be the bad guy. You know, it's like there's always that moment when a panel is done and the guest is going off stage and they're waving hi or whatever, and somebody wants to grab a quick selfie or whatever, and the guest doesn't want to say no and be a dick, so I have to jump in front of there and I have to be, oh, I'm sorry, they can't do that. Everything else, I'm sorry, I gotta be the payout. And then next, oh, thanks for getting me out of that. Ain't no problem. But usually the Soka sisters, they should have had somebody there to bullet block for them.
Yeah, well, they had just released American Mary not too long before that, so they were big, but they weren't as big as they are now.
They haven't been to Spooky yet.
Yeah, it was a first-year con, so they really didn't have handlers there, and you know. Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable situation to watch. And anyone, like I said, he's a Spooky regular, and some of you may know who I'm talking about.
And honestly, my heart goes out just as much to those guys and those type of guys, because literally half the time they don't know what they're doing. Half the time they don't know what it is. And the other half of the time they are kind of, I won't say they're aware of it, but they're on the wrong side of willful ignorance to that effect. But a lot of these times, these guys, oh, I didn't know, I'm not very sorry, and you know.
Well, being socially awkward is not an excuse. Sorry. That's not an excuse to be creepy. Sorry, if you're gonna be creepy,
damn it.
That's what Boris needs to do. Boris needs to write the book on creepy. He knows how to do it. Like I said, he's creepy for us for
it comes naturally.
All right,
but you look so cute in your David Pumpkins outfit.
Oh, please tell me the David Pumpkins is coming out.
I don't know. Maybe. It wasn't supposed to be a David Pumpkins outfit. That video came out like 3 weeks after I had the outfit set up.
That suit's been available for like 3 years now.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's a great outfit.
Because everybody always asks me, "Oh, I'm gonna get the comic book version with the Pow Zam soon." And I'm like, no.
Oh, by the way, Boris, you have an offer for the painting behind you. Kitty Sullivan wants to know how much for the painting behind you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not for sale. Mine.
What painting? There's no painting behind me.
No painting.
Exactly. There's no painting.
Boris, you have to do every podcast just like that from now on, just peeking over. Okay, the offered price is $1 million right now.
Whoa. I take
it. This is by Kitty Sullivan. Kitty is asking.
What painting?
See, and it disappears. Look at that. It just disappears. It's an added bonus.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
I like that. I need a painting that just disappears like that.
She's a fairy at the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
She's got a million.
Yeah, she's a fairy at the Renaissance Festival. She's got it. She makes some bucks. But that's amazing. Okay. All right. So thank you, Boris. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you, Patty, for joining us this evening. And now he's just moving the camera around.
Debbie, do you have your cosplay dance card filled up yet?
Possibly.
Okay, I want to ask you to declare them if you're not ready to do that yet. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I'm still trying to figure stuff out. I mean, I know the bunny's coming out on Friday. Saturday we have Adam's Family Group, and Sunday I'm still figuring it out yet.
Yeah,
I'm still hoping for some David Pumpkins from Boris.
I might bring it just for you.
You know what? I would totally put on one of those. What are the sidekicks? The skull.
The skeletons, or
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the sexy skeletons.
let's do it.
I'll totally do sexy skeletons.
I know. The only one I'm committed to is I'm going to do Dr. Phibes again, since Vince's daughter will be there.
Yes,
And,
I'm looking forward to Victoria Price, definitely.
Yeah.
Me too.
Very much so. All right.
And
Okay.
I've got a Patty surprise, of course, for the purple party.
She's asked Boris to show everyone his wiener.
Oh, Robbie, before we go, Robbie has made a request to show everyone your wiener.
I can't find my wiener.
You can't find your wiener? That sounds like a personal problem.
Boris is having a rough night.
Yeah, I know, disappearing paintings and now it's
Boris?
his wiener?
Where's my wiener?
Okay, now we can't go until Boris finds his wiener.
Hold on. Let me whip it out.
Yeah, you should have held on to it.
I know, he's got to whip it out. He's got to
Here it is.
Oh,
Hello, Freddie.
oh,
Hi,
puppy.
Freddie. His wiener is so cute.
Like my wiener.
No guy wants to hear that. He's got a very cute wiener. He's a very big wiener.
And a big dog too.
All right.
Aha. We see.
Aha, zing.
Yeah, we see your Godzilla now. How much for that?
Well, I don't know.
I'll say that one's signed, isn't it?
It is, and the guy just died recently too. One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sign went up.
That's right. All right. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We'll probably be back one more time before Spooky. So again, thank you so much to Boris, Harriet, and Patty and of course the wiener, because
Yes.
you have to always thank the wiener.
Thank you.
All right, and that's it. So, wait.
Good
Good
night, all.
night.
Do we have an outro? Do we have an outro song? Wait, we need the outro song. Hang on.
This has been the Spooky Show. Good night.
That's pretty good.
Works for me.